Yeah. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, depending on how aggressively you pursue Amsterdam nightlife last night. No judgment. We've all been there. My name is Wahyudi Agastawibowo, and on behalf of my wonderful colleagues from PT Perusahaan Gas Negara or PGN, I want to say thank you for choosing this session. We know there were competing presentations, and some of them probably had much more dramatic titles. Pipelines and LNG may not sound as exciting as revolutionary AI or quantum blockchain of for gas, but thank you for sticking with us. We promise this one is actually real. We are here today from Indonesia, a country where the word traffic is not a problem, but a lifestyle, and where natural gas keep around 63% of our industries running. So yes, gas quality matters a lot. Today, we'll tell you exactly how much. And in this occasion, we are also going to say sorry because we are not presenting this offline there because, yeah, there is so much happening in the world for the geopolitical reason and everything. So yeah, but it's an honor to present to you guys from Indonesia. This is also a recording, so if you say something, I will not cannot hear you. You can send us an email later. Okay, let me walk through you to our roadmap for the next 30 minutes. Think of it as a GPS for this presentation. Unlike actual GPS, we will not reroute you through roundabout 3 times. We have 6 stops. We have background and problem statement. What is the gas quality challenges in Indonesia, SSWJ pipeline networks, and also number 2 is a SSWJ pipeline system overview. We have also going to explain what is the 3-tier mitigation approach, and then we have the simulation models and methodology, and we have the results, and also we have the conclusions. Yeah, there will be 5 of us that will take turns to present to you, to take turns to driving this presentation. Nobody will fall asleep at the wheel. I can guarantee that because Ferry will be on stage next and he bring his own energy. Uh, Now the problem in Indonesia has one of the most geographical complex natural gas supply chains in the world. We're talking about the gas field spreads across Sumatra, Java, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, and eastern Indonesia. Basically, if you can find it on a map of Southeast Asia, we probably have a pipeline argument about it. PGN, through Pertamina Gas Subholding, operate the country's largest transmission networks. And at the heart of the network is the South Sumatra West Java pipeline, the SSWJ, stretching at 1,042.5 kilometers. That's roughly the driving distance from Amsterdam to Rome, except ours is underground. Yeah, and carries gas. And nobody's place, are we there yet in it? The problem is elegantly simple and operationally maddening. One of our suppliers, let's call them supplier B, to protect the innocent, regularly deliver gas with the CO2 levels above the contractual 5% limits. We're talking about up to 15.6%. The CO2 removal unit occasionally decide to take an unannounced vacation. 9 documented incident in 2 years. 9. I'm not German, but 9. The downstream consequences, power plant turbines that trip automatically, gas kilns that lose temperature stability, industrial customers who calls us at 3 a.m. with passionate feedback. Yeah, so here's our pipeline system, and yes, before you ask, it's really 1,042.5 kilometers of pipeline, not 1,000.5 we counted. Yeah, gas enters at the point A. Gas enters at point A in South Sumatra. It travels 196 kilometers to point B, our compression and blending hub, where meets gas from supplier B from here, and then 278 kilometers of parallel 32-inch pipelines bring everything to point E. And then our FSRU, the floating storage of regasification unit, we inject an LNG in the point E. From there, two lines go to the final delivery points, point C via 101-kilometer pipeline or offshore, and 161 to point D offshore subsea pipeline. The whole system is fully integrated with our SCADA network. Think of it as a very long cocktail straw, and we are the bartenders trying to make sure the drink tasted exactly right by the time it reached the customer in their mouth in the West Java. Okay, next will be Mas Ferry. It's your time.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay, thank you, Wahyu. My name is Ferry, and I have the privilege of sitting at the SSWG Master Control Station, the place where on a good day you watch the numbers stay green, and on a bad day you watch them turn red while your coffee goes cold. When supplier PCO2 removal unit misbehaves, we have three possible responses. Think of it like a British pub menu. Good, better, and oh, this is actually what we wanted all along. Option 1, supplier engagement. This is the polite route. Formally letters, stakeholders meetings, coordination forums, very civilized, very European, actually the kind of thing that works beautifully in theory. In practice, we've been doing this since 2020. The incident frequency has not changed, not once. The letters are very well written too. And then option 2, operational blending. This is smarter. We remix the gas streams at the blending manifold at point B, diluting supplier B's high CO2 gas with cleaner gas from supplier A. It works moderately well, but here is the catch. It only works when supplier B's CO2 is below 7% and flow doesn't exceed 80 mm scarf. Beyond those numbers, we are well outside our operational envelope. And then option 3, and this is what we are really here to talk about, real-time LNG blending via SCADA. Precise LNG injection at point E, driven by an online dynamic simulation model, pulling live data from SCADA. This is not your grandfather's blending strategy. This is responsive, predictive, and as you will see in the result, remarkably accurate. Here is the incident log. 9 events, each one with a name: Amin Pam A trip, Amin Pam B trip, unplanned shutdown. If you look closely, you'll notice those Amin Pams have developed quite a habit. They trip more often than a tourist in Amsterdam trying to navigate a cobblestone street on a rented bicycle. The worst event, January 18, 2025, CO2 peak at 15.6%. For context, our contractual limit is 5%. That's triple the limit. The event require LNG injection at 226.88 mm SCAF, our largest intervention. What you will notice in this indirect mouse column is how our mitigation strategy evolved. Early incidents got supplier notification. Polite, ineffective. More severe ones got operational blending, is moderate. And the most demanding ones, the ones where the chemistry simply refuse to cooperate, got real-time LNG blending. That's the pattern. That's also the journey that led to this paper. Now, as our system matures, we've asked ourselves, why wait for the phone to ring? Why not predict, intervene, and prevent? That question led us to the methodology that Rifani will now explain.
Thank you, Ferry. My name is Rifani Amanda, and I'm responsible for monitoring distribution operation at PGN, which means I'm professionally speaking the person who watch the numbers so nobody else has to lose sleep. Let me walk you through our methodology because the real magic of this paper is not that LNG blending works. It's what we built a system to tell us exactly how much LNG to inject and exactly when before the bad gas even arrives. Our workflow has 5 steps. Step 1, SCADA data acquisition. Every few seconds, we pull live readings from points A, B, E, C, and D. Flow rates, pressure, temperatures, and gas composition from the chromatographs. This is our raw ingredient, fresh data straight from the field. Step 2, we fit the data into VariSim, a dynamic pipeline simulation model calibrated to represent the full 1042.5 kilometer of the SSWG system in real time. If pipelines had a digital twin, this is it, a very well-dressed digital twin. Step 3, the model predicts where the off-spec gas slug will be in 1 hour, 2 hours, 6 hours, and what its CO2 concentration will look like when it arrives at point C and D. This is the transit time calculation. In 1042-kilometer pipeline operating at high pressure, the travel time is not trivial. You cannot just inject LNG and hope for the best. The timing matters as much as the volume. Step 4, we calculate the optimal LNG injection volume and start time at point E. This is the control decision. Too little LNG and CO2 slips through overspec. Too much and we waste expensive regasified LNG unnecessarily, which in FSRU operation is a very unpopular outcome. Step 5, field implementation. We execute the injection, observe the real gas quality at delivery points via the chromatographs, and compare against the simulation predictions. To quantify accuracy, we use two error metrics. For gas composition, percentage error between simulated CO2 and actual measured CO2. For transit time, percentage error between predicted arrival time and actual timestamp. Our threshold for both is 5%. If we're within 5%, the model is reliable. Spoiler, we are. Please continue with Mr. Aden.
Thank you, Rifani. My name is Aden Harimusparo. Most people call me Aden. And this is my favorite part of the presentation because this is where we stop talking about what might happen and start showing what actually happened. Okay, you can look at the presentation. We analyzed 3 scenarios based on real incident from our operation history. 3 different CO2 concentration, 3 different challenge, 1 consistent outcome. It worked. Case number 1, July 14, 2025. Supplier B delivering at 63 to 65 SCF with CO2 around 8%. Without any blending, our simulation show CO2 at point C reaching 5.2 to 5.4% over the contractual limit. So we inject 152.4 SCFD of regasified LNG at point E. The result, CO2 at point C is 3.7%, CO2 at point D 3.6%, well within spec. Composition error, 3.027%. Transit time error, 2.73%. both under our 5% threshold. No, I know what you are thinking. 3% error sounds small, but in 1,000 kilometer pipeline carrying hundreds of millions of standard cubic feet per day, even small error matter enormously. That's why we work so hard to keep them below 5%. We are not running a rough estimate here. We are doing precision gas management. Okay, at the case 2, at August 22nd, 2025, supplier B now flowing at 111 to 150 mmSCFD, much higher with CO2 between 8 to 10%. Without intervention, CO2 at point C would have hit 5.7 to 6.3%. We stepped in with 192.8 mmSCFD of LNG injection. The result, CO2 at point C was 4.11%. At point D was 2.88%. The composition error is 2.5%, and the transit time error is 2.4%. Notice something? The error actually decreased compared to case 1. The higher the challenge, the better our model perform. I'm not going to over-explain that. I will just let the number do their job. Okay? At the case number 3, and this one is the most dramatic one. At the January 18, 2025, CO2 from supplier B peaked at the 15.6%. Let me say again, 15.6%. That is more than triple contractual limit. The amine unit had suffered an unplanned shutdown, and the CO2 was coming through essentially unprocessed. Our simulation showed that without intervention, CO2 at the delivery could reach 5.44 to 6.62%. We inject 226.8 mmSCFD of LNG, our largest single intervention. And the result, CO2 at point C is 4.09%. CO2 at point D is 3.8%. The composition error is 1.97%. And the transit time error is 1.7%. Now, look at this chart. As upstream, CO2 time from 8 152 to 227 mmSCFD, roughly 25% increase in CO2 concentration. The relationship is non-linear. It's not proportional. This is precisely why you cannot use simple lookup table to manage this. You need a dynamic model. You need real-time data. You need exactly what we built. In this slide, here is the completely validation table for all 3 cases. Across every scenario, every delivery point, every measure parameter, we stay with the 5% error threshold. At point A and point B, where we're measuring the input gas we already know, the error is 0%. This confirms the model is correctly initialized. At point C and D, the delivery terminal where the real test happened, the error ranged from 1.5 to 3.4%. That is frankly quite good for dynamic simulation of a 1,000-kilometer gas network with multiple suppliers, a floating regasification unit, and real-world measurement uncertainty. And transit time, all 3 cases stay below 3%. We know that it would look like. We act accordingly, and the gas arrive on spec.
Okay, thank you, Aden. This is the final part of our presentation. Hopefully, you all still with us because when we are delivering the presentation, not directly, it will be very much harder than we think. I think that okay, there is a 5 points we want to deliver to you about our presentation. The first one is the long distance pipeline network like SSWG. Ospec gas won't disappear when the operational condition getting better because the gas slug is already been traveled through the pipeline for hours, and then it will be arrive firstly to our customer, and then it will be distribute you for your breakfast or for your dinner. And the second one, the dynamic simulation integrated with SCADA can reliability track those compositional changes. So we can demonstrate it that this across the real scenario and with the error consistently below 5% in both composition and transit time prediction. The model is not approximation because it is a trusted operational in experience too. And the third one, the real-time LNG blending executed with the right volume at the right time. It can restore the CO2 compliance before the gas reach the customer every single time. In 3 cases, delivery was within the specification and the power plant stay online. You do not need a backup genset. And then the gas kiln stay stable. Customer did not call us and did not disturb during our date. The fourth, injection timing is as critical as injection time because a correct volume injected before 30 minutes late, not a solution, it's a late delivery because the transit time prediction capability is not optional. It is core to the entire strategy. When we late, the slug gas is already delivered. And the last one, the final one, perhaps the most important conclusion for all, this framework enables a fundamental shift in the how we manage the gas quality, not reactive, not rule-based, and no, let's wait and see and issue the formal letter and wait until the customer call us. It is predictive, it is model-driven, and it is intelligent. So to work it out, we are a team of 5 engineers from PGN presenting at the PSIG in Amsterdam. We are very grateful to this opportunity, and we are, I should mention, very much enjoying the canal through the street view of Google Maps. Though I will admit that the concept of city built of 90,000 wooden poles is slightly alarming to the pipeline engineers. Thank you very much. We are happy to take your question on the paper, the methodology on the how we stay calm while watching our CO2 number climb past 50%. The answer, by the way, is SCADA. Good simulation and very strong cup of Indonesian coffee. Thank you very much.